In Jesus's day, if you were to ask a person on the street, what's the blessed life look like? I think maybe he would have pointed to one of the Pharisees, the religious elite of the day. They were so righteous. They wore their righteousness in their clothing, and they walked around, they prayed outwardly in the streets so that people could hear them, and they were rich, and so they could give to the poor, and everyone saw them doing this. And as Jesus lays out the Beatitudes for us, basically what he says is no, you guys have missed it. The true blessed person is not that Pharisee. He's actually the opposite of that Pharisee. I mean, think about it. He says, blessed are the poor in spirit. The Pharisee thought that they were rich in spirit. Blessed are they who mourn. The Pharisee was feasting and having a joyous time as they celebrated their righteousness. Blessed are the meek. The Pharisee was proud, and blessed are they which hunger and thirst after righteousness. The Pharisee would have said, I'm not hungry or thirsty for righteousness at all. I have righteousness. And so what we see is we see the first of these Beatitudes is a hungry and poor beggar coming to God to receive from God. And each one of them is promised something in return. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. If you come to God poor in spirit, you're going to receive the kingdom of heaven. If you come to God rich in spirit, you're not. The mourning person, they will be comforted. Where? This comfort's going to come from God. The meek, the humble person, they're going to inherit the earth. The hungry and thirsty after righteousness, this person is going to be filled. And so we see this first part is a life of receiving, going to God and receiving from God. We don't have these things on our own. We are devoid of them. We are destitute, and we must go to God and receive from him. The second part of the Beatitudes is what we can do with these things, with this life of the Spirit and this righteousness that we receive from God. We can share that with others. He says that we'll be merciful and we'll be pure in heart. When we go to God and we receive this spiritual life from God, what we're going to have is a purity of heart. And we're going to be able to be peacemakers in this world. Once again, the promises are associated with that. The merciful is going to obtain mercy. The pure in heart is actually going to see God. And the peacemaker is going to be called the child of God. You see, while the average person looked to the Pharisee and they said, gosh, he's got everything. He's so rich in the spirit, and he's so happy and joyous, and everything's going his way, and he just is so righteous. Jesus said, no, he's devoid of righteousness. If you would like to truly have righteousness, you must go to God and receive it. But when you do, then you can be a peacemaker. Then you can be merciful. Then you can have this purity of heart. And so we go to God as poor beggars, we receive from God, and then in turn we become ambassadors for Christ who can share these blessings in the world and with others. Now, what's going to be the reward, and when is the reward going to come? Well, two rewards are spoken of. One is how the world and the religious world of the day would react. You will be persecuted for righteousness' sake. The one who thinks he's righteous, who's not, is going to persecute you. And you will be persecuted because you have aligned yourself with Jesus Christ. You will be persecuted for Christ's sake. People are going to say evil and wicked things about you that are untrue. They are going to persecute you for righteousness' sake. This will be the reward that comes to you from the world. But take heart, get excited, because your ultimate reward doesn't come from this world. Where does the ultimate reward come from? It comes from God, and it is going to be a heavenly reward. Your reward in heaven is great, and so you can truly rejoice. You didn't live your life for what you could gain here on this earth. You lived your life for what you could gain in heaven, and that is where the reward comes. Let's live the blessed life today. God bless. Have a great day.